'cause your opinion don't matter. This a maniac is gonna step on whomever. I'm getting live 'cause I'm gonna raise your cheese. Digging ass, checking names, feeding asshole and baby. I'm burning out the dead wood, burning down town. This is only my way.
Hi, I'm Eric D'Amato.
And I'm the destroyer. I am the destroyer of things. I am the Geo.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, apparently.
I have taken the form of the destroyer this day.
And welcome.
Welcome to Mindbreakers.
We are back after 2 months hiatus.
Uh-huh.
And we are returning with another movie about something returning. And the thing that's returning in this question is Batman. And we're watching Batman The Dark Knight Returns, Parts 1 and 2, because it is released in 2 movies, which still is not enough to cover the entire comic.
Yes, the caped defecator is here to return and destroy all of you and recruit a small child, much the way that Mr. Jeffrey Epstein has recruited some children. Not entirely, but close.
But the important thing we all have to realize, actually, this is the entire thesis of Batman as a character, is Epstein did not kill himself.
That may or may not be true. But Batman does cause suicides to some degree. We will get to that later. But this movie's in 2 parts. One of these parts, the first of which came out in 2012.
Yep.
Late 2012, and the other one came out early 2013.
The first one came out the same year as Dark Knight Rises, which borrows heavily from this book. I'm just going to give the little description of this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Batman has not been seen for 10 years. A new breed of criminal ravages Gotham City, forcing 55-year-old Bruce Wayne back into the cape and cowl. But does he still have what it takes to fight crime in a new era?
He's an old-ass man, bro. In this one, he is fucking... He seems older than 55. Like, he doesn't seem 55. He's acting like he's, like, 60.
He seems...
Or, like, 70 at least.
He's not quite Batman beyond Bruce.
Yeah.
But he's
getting there.
He's old and decrepit.
Yeah.
And also...
He's like Judge Dredd.
But he's also built like a fucking Sherman tank now.
Yeah, exactly. He's Dredd. He's Dredd Batman.
Yes, he is. He's Bat Dread.
He's
gaze
the fucking
into
law.
the face of the bat.
Yes. Gaze into the face of Dredd.
Anyway, let's watch this shit.
Yep.
Tonight marks the 10th anniversary of the last sighting of the Batman.
All units, robbery in progress. Gotham City Trust.
They call us a gang. Only when they die by our hands will they know Gotham City belongs to the mutants!
What the hell is that?
Batman! Come out here and face me like a man! What's your name?
Carrie Kelly. Robin.
She's smart. Brave. She's perfect.
These are scary times, Bruce. It's just random violence.
The war goes on. I will tear him limb from limb!
He's in his prime. He'll kill you.
I will show you who rules Gotham City! I'm not finished yet.
You just crippled that man!
He's young. He'll walk again.
So gosh, my hands are tired.
Your hands are tired, huh?
Yes. I've been working all morning. I feel like I've been punching Superman for like 4 hours, and he's just nonplussed.
So...
just taking a beating.
We begin this movie 10 years in the future of Gotham City.
Only 10?
Only 10. Which, considering this movie, the comic this movie was based on was written in 1985, means this is actually 1995. And I wasn't
It seems
that old in 1995.
Seems a lot more futuristic.
Yeah, it's somewhere between Batman Beyond and normal Batman.
Yeah, it seems like Batman Beyond is like right around the corner.
There's they're at a racetrack.
Yeah.
And Bruce Wayne, sporting his Batman mustache, is racing with a racing helmet that has Batman ears on it.
This is kind of ridiculous.
No one has figured out that he is Batman. It's all
also, his car is all black. Of course. And his voice just makes no changes when he's in the Batsuit and out of it.
Of course. Well, he's become reclusive, generally.
Yeah, but like, regardless, he's just like, he's doing the same voice. He's just putting on the same voice both in and out of the suit.
The voice in question is Peter Weller, the voice of RoboCop.
Yes, he truly is the law.
So he's racing, he pulls the autopilot, he rips out the autopilot because he's Batman, and then crashes in a flaming ball of fire.
Well, the one on his headset was like, "Oh, you're pushing the car too hard."
I don't even know who that was supposed to be.
I guess Oracle? Or like just his pit crew? I don't know.
It's not important. He's basically trying to die. It's inferred. He's attempting suicide in roundabout ways.
He feels too old, man. He's
And,
been going at this for too long.
There's the news like, oh yeah, he's fine. 10 years ago we had a Batman, now it's 10 years in the future and we have no Batman. And then Bruce and Jim Gordon... It's
exactly 10 years, actually.
Yep.
Because like, there's the anniversary.
It's the anniversary.
Yep.
Which is why Bruce and Jim Gordon are chilling and drinking and talking about old times.
Celebrating retirement. He asked him about Dick Grayson and a couple other things.
It's like, so, have you talked to Dick? You know I haven't.
Yeah.
And then they make a few references, like ginger ale pretending it was champagne, which is a reference to Batman Year One, which was made a year before this movie, actually. The animated film of that.
Gosh, I forget that one. I haven't watched that one nearly
it's
as
not
much.
That, it's not
nearly
as
as much as this one.
It's not nearly as good.
Yeah, but I still do like it. It's just I just don't watch it that much.
I think my big problem with that one is it's mostly a Jim Gordon story. That's fine, but it manages to make Jim Gordon completely unlikable.
Yeah, but if I wanted that, I'd just watch like Gotham.
But he's because he's cheating on his pregnant wife with his coworker.
Yeah.
Pretty much every step of that is not a good thing to be doing, Jim Gordon.
Yeah, and like there's a lot of tension with Catwoman also in that one.
Yeah.
Which we get to her later.
Then
does she show up in the first one? No, she shows up in the second one, I think.
She's only in the second one. So
yeah.
There's they're talking. Jim brings up Jason Todd, which means this is obviously 10 years, at least 10 years after the Jason Todd incident.
Post Crowbar.
Yep.
That's how we determine that.
Post Crowbar, and also pre Red Hood.
Yeah, this is dead. This is dead Jason.
Dead Jason. The better Jason.
Jason has gone to hell.
The better Jason, in my opinion, because personally, I hate Red Hood.
Much.
I mean, especially New 52 Red Hood. He's fuck. Let's just say, if I knew New 52 Jason Todd in real life, I would send him a crowbar for his birthday every year.
And then you'd make him take a picture of himself holding it.
So, Bruce walks home. We see some...
Wait, I have one more thing to say about that. He has to use the crowbar as a selfie stick. There.
So, we get a few more things from Jim Gordon. He's retiring soon.
Yeah, that's why they're
He's
celebrating retirement, man.
He doesn't look like he's aged, really.
But he's supposed to be 70.
Old. He's supposed to be 70, but the thing is, like, the Jim Gordon I mainly know is the one from the animated series. So he was old then, and he's old now.
Yeah,
Jim
he's always
Gordon
had
just,
the fucking.
He's always been
mustache.
an old man.
He's always had the fucking heavy stash.
He was born an old man, and he will die an old man.
He was born Kurt Russell, and he'll die Kurt Russell.
He also mentions the mutant gang and how they're not like the criminals before because they have no clear goal. They just do violence.
Oh, they're just fucking maniacs. They're basically like the street gangs have basically become extensions of the Joker's psyche.
And that's what Bruce brings up. And then Bruce goes home.
Mm-hmm.
We see some mutants. They have spiky mohawks and red Cyclops visors. And some of them try to mug him.
They're fucking warlocks, dude.
And they're like, yeah, slice and dice.
We real slice and dices.
Come on. Oh, man, I don't know. Spud's awful big. I think he's into it.
Cut him into French fries. Slice and dice.
Oh,
so
no, man. Oh, no,
no,
man.
we don't like
do
this.
It when they into it.
Let's go to the arcade. So they fall back to the arcade.
The arcade, by the way,
they leave Bruce
which
alone.
I feel this comes much later, but I feel it needs to be addressed. The arcade is only claw games.
Basically,
it's only claw games.
I didn't see not one Street Fighter cab.
It might not.
Nor Time Crisis.
There's a bunch that's like way too dark to see, but there are 10 different claw machines.
This truly is a Time Crisis. You know why? Because I had no time for Time Crisis cabs.
So he goes home and he sleepwalks into the basement and manages to shave he sleepwalks into the Bat Cave. And then Alfred's like, Alfred, who is somehow still alive.
He's not that old.
He looks very old.
He's supposed to be, okay, I'm sure Alfred's supposed to be older than Gordon. Gordon looks the same age as Batman, but is like 20 years younger.
Which is also because Batman, Bruce, he's aged and somehow just gotten bigger.
It's swole Batman.
The older he gets, the swoller he gets.
Yep. Swole old Bruce, huh? But you don't want to fuck around with an old man. Sometimes an old man will beat your ass. Huh?
So he sleepwalks, dreams about being Batman, goes to the cave. Alfred's like, "So, when did you?"
He's having a flashback to his parents getting murdered again.
Well,
as he usually does.
This is when Bruce flashing back to the pearls was new. When this was written in the 80s.
Yeah, but it starts with the bullet when he's out on the street, which is like, yeah, okay, he's getting like flashes of the bullet that like falling on the floor after it like shot his parents, blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, then we like it just persists. It's just getting worse and worse. Like when he's on the subway, he sees like a newspaper that's like a couple that got shot. It's just a bunch of different things that like compiles into him basically falling into the cave again, like as a child.
I can't remember exactly when this comes, but it kind of infers that it's like two different personalities, Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Yeah, it's kind of developing that a lot
because he's at his father's funeral as a child, and then his father is him, and then he is Batman.
Father's Batman, says, yeah, exactly.
You're not finished with me. You're never finished with me.
He mostly says that to like the Bat when he actually goes in the cave later.
Oh, I
he's
thought
all
that
hurt
was
and shit.
I didn't. That's not how I read that. I read that as that's not because it's the different voice. It's the slightly deeper voice. This is not Bruce Wayne talking to the Bat. This is Batman talking to Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it's the Batman psyche, like, getting in, like, breaking through and everything. Because, like, he even sees, like, himself in the TV, and then, like, repeatedly over and over.
He's like...
He has, like, a psych break. Yeah, he has, like, a psych break, you know? Like, he sees the camera.
Rain like the wrath of God, about to hit Gotham, and then Tyrone Power in the Ark of Zorro.
Big...
And all this...
Yeah, big storm coming, and like he just has the fucking complete mental collapse basically, and it's just like, oh, and he finds himself like out on the porch, like in the rain, just being like, okay, fine,
and,
you're
like,
not done with me yet.
Roundhouse is a statue.
Okay.
No,
he's like, okay.
Bruce Wayne is so heavy muscle swole that he just
he could break a fucking tree.
He leans against a statue and it falls over.
He could break a tree like 30 years ago with one kick. Like year one, he just breaks a fucking tree with a kick.
Yes.
Like he just does. And then like in this one he could probably like flick a mountain and it'll like break into two pieces.
Maybe if he was wearing the suit.
He's fucking beef. He is jacked.
So
like,
he suits up.
The suit just amplifies it, like helps him. Like Alfred said, it's like a rolling hospital bed.
He suits up in his old costume with the blue. This is actually gray and blue costume that he wore in the 70s.
I like it. It's stylish.
And he goes out. We don't really see him. He's kind of like, he's almost shot like a monster in a slasher movie where you don't actually really see. He's shot like the xenomorph in Alien. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, like the thunder and everything lighting him up.
He
against
takes
the
out
blackness.
he takes out a serial killer who wants to kill a woman because he thinks she's his mom. Okay.
Yeah, he like drags him through the window. Does a bunch of other stuff.
There's a cab driver who gets paid off by a pimp so he can beat the shit out of his out of a prostitute, and he just gets
name is Silk.
He just gets torn through the roof by Batman.
Yeah, and then Batman takes the money and rips it up.
Okay, that kind of pissed me off.
Well,
and I'm going to explain why.
Come on.
Grant, it's dirty money, but hear me out. This is a man who has more money than anyone in this fucked up city can even fucking imagine ever seeing, let alone having, and he takes what might be a month or 2 months' rent from the struggling cab driver and destroys it.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's not making that fair anyway, so he doesn't deserve the pay.
I know, it's just...
It's nasty all around, dude.
It would be different if it wasn't the richest man in the universe doing it.
Yeah, but they don't know that. To them, it's just, oh, Batman took away my money. And well, I guess I better work legit.
And he looked sad.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, okay, come on. The guy was going to get in your cab. He was going to pay you. Yeah, sure, at least give him a little bit. Like, leave him a bit of that money.
Show your hairy face and drive. Dog-eat-dog world, I guess.
Well, then again, if the guy really cared about where that money came from, he probably would have wanted it disinfected.
Next crime Batman busts up is there's
Carrie and her friend Tara Strong.
Yeah, Carrie and Simone?
Michelle.
I was actually
voiced by Tara Strong.
I was very surprised that Ariel Winter and not Tara Strong played Carrie Kelly.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like her voice actor. Like, I'm glad they didn't. Throw Tara at her.
She did a good job, but usually it's Tara Strong because it's Tara Strong.
Yeah, but in this one, she's a lot more. I don't know. I guess what's the word? I guess like more refined than like a voice for Tara Strong would just be, because like Tara Strong is like, yeah, it's a defined voice, but at the same time, like, you need refinement on that for a character like Carrie, because like Carrie Kelly is like, she's one of my favorite Robins. Honestly, I do really like her because like she's super smart, and like anything Batman tells her to do in this movie, she just does the opposite.
Like, no.
Because she knows like she has to. It's like, if she doesn't do this, like, Batman will die. So it's like she's acting on her instincts, and like it works for her because like she is a smart enough girl to like keep up with
I do
Batman.
find the part when she reprograms all the voice commands in the Batcopter to modern slang that Bruce cannot fucking comprehend.
Yeah, property damage.
Peel. It's like, the fuck are you
Peel.
talking about?
What else does she say? Like I know there's like at least one other one. But like, my god, she just reprograms everything.
So, mutants show up,
great.
Batman beats the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Because one of them is like, I'm gonna shoot
wrecks
Batman, and then suddenly, like, 4 batarangs are sticking out of his arm.
Yeah, throws a guy and not even throws the guy, grabs the guy with his grapple hook, and then just lifts him up above a power line, and then like hangs him from it.
This is kind of one of the first instances, comic book wise, and I think animated movie wise, where you see Batman
brutal.
throw his batarang, and it's not just like, haha, I knocked your gun out of your hand.
Stabbed.
Or I, like, clogged your gun. It's like, no, these are fucking throwing knives, and they're in your arm
he stabbed you with a knife. He threw a knife at your hand like Dio Brando, and you got stabbed. Like, this is a ninja's fist right here. Like, these are lethal batarangs. Fucking, like, they stab. You bleed.
It looks
It
painful.
hurts. It hurts. He
There's,
doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck.
After this first outing, we get news reports. There's like a talk show where they're arguing if Batman's good or not. Some dumb shit says, "Oh, he's beating up criminals. That's a bad thing." And then Lana Lang is like, "What the hell are you talking about? This is a good thing for everybody." And
she's totally pro
have
Batman.
their argument many times throughout this movie.
Mm-hmm.
There's this
Like,
we go to Arkham.
Oh yeah.
Which is now Arkham Home for the Mentally Disabled instead of Arkham Asylum.
Yeah.
And it's run by Dr. Bartholomew Wolper, who's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, Dr. Roper's
But we'll
fucking
get
annoying.
into exactly why he's an idiot. And they're taking off Harvey Dent's bandages because they did plastic.
He got surgery.
They fixed him. He looks like Lex Luthor when we see him in his suit giving his speech. Because he doesn't have hair back yet. He's just bald.
Mm-hmm. They had to get rid of it.
Yep. They're giving a speech.
Uh-huh.
And it's like, how can we know you've changed? And he takes out the silver dollar, and neither side is scratched.
Yeah, it's a regular silver dollar. It's got heads on
And then
tails,
he's
no
out
scratches.
being gay and doing crime again.
Well, no, he has the little press conference, and then it's like,
Yep.
and he left.
Then he immediately goes to be gay and do crime and be gay.
Spider-Man approves.
Okay, he's not gay. Harvey Dent is not gay, but one character is actually portrayed as being gay in this film. But we'll get to him also.
Yeah, kind of.
So he's out doing his stuff, and we get the scene, the famous scene.
He's just gone.
Which,
he's just AWOL.
Yep, he's out. No one can find him. We see pictures of him with his face bandaged up, and he looks like the invisible guy from Doom Patrol.
Uh-huh. Well, like, no, he's not invisible. He's just scarred up, that dude. He's got like a ghost in him.
Yeah, the ghost guy. I don't watch or read Doom Patrol. That's not my thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. That's the dude you're talking about.
Okay, I think it would be simpler if I just say he looks like the Invisible Man.
Yeah. The invisible
Or the Unknown
man.
Soldier.
He's all bandaged up.
Yes,
But like, we figure out exactly why he does this later.
But yeah, Batman. There's a cop chase. There's 2 cops in a car, and then there are 2 cars, and one goes the other way, and they follow that one car.
Yeah.
And then we get the scene that's referenced in the movie in Dark Knight Rises, where one cop there's like, hey, what's that jumping across the rooftops? And then the older cop's like, wait, all right, sit back, kid. What? You're slowing down? We're gonna get a show. And then we see the cover of Dark Knight Returns, the
big bank
Batman
robbery
in
happened.
front of the lightning with like his doing the Hulk Hogan pose.
Uh-huh. He takes these guys down, these robbers, like, easily in this port. He just like takes them down one by one, picks them off.
Though it's kind of unnerving because like a few of these guys remember Batman, but this Batman is creaking around everywhere, and they're like, okay, why can we hear him? We never used to be able to hear him. What's he playing at? But it's just Batman's gotten old. And now weighs like 500 pounds.
Yeah, exactly. You can see him, like, you can, like, hear his, like, fat lumbering ass rolling from place to place. Like,
because instead of Batman, it's a gorilla in a bat suit fucking around up there now. He takes them all out.
Fat lumbering asshole.
He breaks all the bones in some guy's body.
Mm-hmm.
You just crippled Batman. He's young. He'll walk again. But you'll be scared, won't you?
Like Max Payne says, he'll walk with a limp.
And, like, the young cop's like, don't go at police business. And the old cop's like, dude,
Yuri Lowenthal.
Of course he'd be someone. Like,
the young cop is just Yuri Lowenthal.
He's being patient enough with you as it is. Don't push the Batman, okay?
Yeah, it's like, shut up, Yuri.
They
quiet down, you.
Then the cops in there complain. Not the cop. The guy who got he's in a neck brace and has a cast now. He's complaining to Jim Gordon with his lawyer.
Oh yeah,
about
he finds
being victimized.
Batman finds a coin on him also with both sides scratched. So it's like, he's one of Dent's guys.
Yep. Scratching both sides now.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, tell Gordon we gotta talk.
How will we know how to get in touch with you?
It's gone.
Right. They turn on the bat signal. So, aren't there other ways to get in touch with them? At least 500. Then why are we using this one? Because everyone will know.
Yeah, this is the way. If there's any other way, like, don't do it, because it's probably not, like, the safe way. This is the safest way.
Is there another way? Yes, Jim Gordon can call Bruce Wayne and say, hey, this is going on, and then Bruce Wayne will go.
Yeah, because he knows. It's like, it's fine.
They're robbing the Second National Bank for $2 million. All the crap that's Two-Face's thing.
No, I think it was like $22 million, and like they were about to blow up the Life building if they didn't get the money.
The Gotham Life Foundation. One of the bombs are in fact armed, which one of his goons doesn't know when he's confronted with fear gas Batman, because Batman's using fear gas now.
He just takes the gun away from the guy.
Well, if you saw a fucking... If you got sprayed in the face by Batman and saw a fucking 8-foot demon monster in front of you, would you be able to hold on to your gun?
Yeah, but it's just like, he just disarms him because he's like a scared little, like, he's a scared little pussy, just like quaking in his boots. He's just like, hey, don't you shoot me, don't you shoot. There we go, gun's gone now.
He freezes the bomb with I guess he has a freeze gun now, and then he uses a sniper rifle.
Well, he's got everything. He's got everything from all his rogues gallery.
He uses a sniper rifle to make a tightrope to run across to get to the Gotham Life building.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets into a tussle with Two-Face, and we find out that when the bandages come off, that his face is completely fine, but Harvey thinks that they made the other half, that instead of fixing the scarred half, they scarred the fine half, and Batman has a pretty good line of...
he thinks they didn't do anything.
Two-Face thinks they scarred the other half.
Yeah, that's the way he interprets it. Like, they didn't do anything, they made things worse. That's the
Go
way
ahead
he
and
visualizes
have your laugh.
And
exactly. Batman's like, I guess there's no denying who you really are. Either of us.
Yeah, it's like, in his head, he's always going to have Two-Face. Like, he's always going to have that other side of him.
Just like Batman, just like Bruce is always going to have Batman.
Yeah. Like, you're scarred. Like, done.
Then,
like, those scars aren't just physical, they're mental. There's
more of the mutant leader, who is not voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, funnily enough. But he's giving a big... He's like, we will kill... We will march on police headquarters. We will kill the old man, Gordon. I myself will kill the fool Batman. I will lick the marrow from his bones and eat his heart.
It's like, who the fuck are you? Are you like Venom all of a sudden?
He's just cutting a weird WWE promo at this. Like every line of dialogue he has is basically a WWE promo, and it's kind of awesome.
I've heard some pretty crazy ass like promos from some crazy ass people.
He's
like
just the
Boogeyman's probably
warrior.
got some crazy ones.
He's just the ultimate warrior.
Yeah. Load the rocket ship with the rocket fuel.
Loaded with the warriors.
It's just like, it's so ridiculous. Like, this guy is fucking nuts. Like, he has to be an actual mutant. Like, the leader
he's a mutant.
He is a mutant.
The others are just emulating him, but the
no other
leader
way.
is a mutant.
That is a fucking Morlock, man. That is Marrow.
They, the Batman busts up a few other mutant crimes. He saves a kid from a bunch of mutants with guns. Like, I'll waste the kid, man. Believe me, I'll do it. Punch. I believe you.
Yeah,
Punch
that whole
catches
kidnapping
kid.
was resolved very quickly.
It was fucking like hey, guess no one's coming, and then just Batman's fist comes through the wall.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, like,
shit.
he taunts them with the bat. They start shooting through the door. They don't hit the bat, obviously, because it's a bat. And then the bat flies in, distracts
hit one of their
them.
own people.
Yeah, he just shoots one of his buds out the window. He's just like, sorry, bud. Haha. Gets dragged through the fucking wall.
He interrogates one.
It was over
he
in like
interrogates
30
one of them.
seconds.
It's like, hey, tell me who's supplying you. Okay, yeah, fine, cool. But no cops, and I walk. It's like, you're not in a position to make a deal. And then he takes the bag off his head, and he's like 30 stories hanging off a building.
Oh yeah, before this, we had like Gordon getting like attempted, like Gordon was like almost murdered in his grocery store by a mutant, but apparently the kid was like killed by him.
Yeah, he killed the 17-year-old mutant. Carrie Kelly's parents are upset by this.
Yeah.
And
oh yeah, they're big hippies.
High out of their minds.
Yep.
But I'd like
hippies.
to point out a fun reference in the convenience store scene.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rack of newspapers, and on
there's
this rack
the
of
Swamp
newspapers,
Thing.
there are comic books. These comic books are Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Oh, that's on there?
Yeah, like there's more than that. There's Neil Gaiman's Sandman, Watchmen.
Oh my god.
Crisis, Final Crisis, V for Vendetta, and The Killing Joke.
Oh wow, all those are in the back?
Oh, and Saga of the Swamp Thing. Alan Moore Swamp.
Yeah, all I noticed was Swamp Thing.
Yeah,
because it's
all
nearest
there.
to the door.
Like some of the
But
best
I
comic
didn't-
books are up there.
Oh my god, I'm so sad I didn't notice Sandman.
I actually paused it to like look through all the comics that were there. Like read that one, read that one, read that one.
Yeah, but like they're all there on the rack. I noticed Sandman. Like Sandman just kind of like jumped out to me, so I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. That's there. That's cool. I'm glad they referenced that. But it's like
It is
all
indeed a
those
good
are back
reference.
there.
So
That's fine.
All the
It's fun.
so with it like where are we? Carrie Kelly, right? Carrie Kelly's parents are stoned. Carrie Kelly puts on a Robin costume she bought at a costume
She
shop.
goes out. Goes out.
Goes
for the
out,
first
almost dies.
time.
Like,
Like, she
almost falls
eats
out the
shit
window,
several times.
grabs onto the fire escape, and says, "Whoa! Instant street pizza."
Yeah, it's like when was the last time you did this, kid? It's like, is this your first time for real?
She stops the purse snatching, and then
I
think
apparent purse
probably
snatcher.
my single most hated character in the movie is the thief, the almost thief. It's like I'm just trying to make an honest living here. Get off my back! Like
You
fuck
look
you.
sketchy as shit,
You were
though.
about to grab their purse. Fuck off.
You look like Silent Bob. He's dressed like Silent Bob.
No, I thought it looked more like Jay.
Yeah, they're both kind of dressed the same way.
He looks like
so,
Kevin
yeah.
Smith. Is the point?
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Kevin
There you go. He dresses like Kevin Smith.
without a trench coat.
No, he had the trench coat and everything, bro.
I think it might even be voiced by Kevin. I know someone in this movie is voiced by Kevin Smith.
Are they? It might have been Kevin Smith. It's very possible. If it was, then it's like, oh, no wonder you're Kevin Smith.
So Batman then decides, you know what? I own a tank. No, wait, before the tank. Before he gets in the tank base, he goes to the general who's been supplying the mutants. Says, you're a fucking asshole. And then,
kill
basically
yourself.
tells him to kill himself. Yeah, kill yourself.
You should fucking kill yourself.
And then he does.
Yep.
Good way to end your career.
Mm-hmm. But he's like, I needed the money though. They were gonna they weren't gonna help my wife. My sick
They weren't gonna
wife.
help my wife with her operation. So,
They were gonna help my AIDS wife.
What we're getting here is the U.S. needs to have socialized medicine.
Yes, or something. You know, don't leave just some general's wife to die. It's like he's
Yeah. It's probably for the cost of 1 minute of firing one of those big guns, they could have saved his wife.
Yeah, like for the cost of maybe a crate, they could have probably like put
Not
his
even,
wife
like-
in a
like,
in a care
you-
facility.
You've seen the Meet the Heavy, right?
Yeah.
I think the amount of money it would cost to fire the Heavy's gun for 12 seconds would have saved 10 generals' wives.
I don't know. Let's put that on the stopwatch. We'll put that to the test.
It cost 12 minutes to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. So, and then he gets in the tank
just, bam,
and
he just
attacks
shoots himself.
Shoots himself. Then Batman gets in his tank and attacks the dump.
Haha, fuck your shit, I'm a tank.
And the mutants are trying to kill him, but it doesn't work because
It's a
he's in
fucking
a
tank.
some jump on the tank and start hitting it with axes and sticks, which probably
They
wouldn't
just
do
get
much of anything anyway, but he
blasted
pissed off
off.
the Batman, so he electrifies his tank.
Yeah. That's what's
And,
gonna happen.
Then the mutant leader picks up one... The mutant leader, by the way, who has claws, fangs, red eyes, and inexplicably spiky nipples.
He's got little spike nipples. He's got little spike nippies.
And I'm not like
nippy.
they're pierced. No, they're fucking cones.
They're needles.
I'm both happy and disappointed that he never stabbed someone with his nipple.
No, there are two people impaled on it. Vlad's looking on in wonderment.
So he finds out that the bullets are rubber bullets. And
Yeah.
he's like, all this metal, and you don't even use it to kill. It's just a shell to keep you safe. I call you coward. Come out and fight me. He
Fight me,
basically
bitch.
pulls...
Fight
He basically
me.
pulls the, if you've seen Commando, and if you haven't
Yeah.
seen Commando, go watch Commando. He pulls
Wanna stick a knife in me?
You don't want to shoot me, you want to stick a knife in me. And it's weird to see the villain pull that on the hero.
But it makes sense. Like, this dude wants to get up close and personal. He
And
doesn't
Alfred-
have any guns of his own.
Alfred, well, I mean, he has several, but he doesn't want to use any. Alfred
Well, 'cause
calls
he's
on the
calling him a
radio,
coward.
It's like, sir, you can't do this. It's I have to. He's in his prime. He'll kill you. It's the only way.
It's the only way I'll know for sure.
Yep. He goes down,
gotta do
they
it.
fight, and I gotta say, there are few animated
work.
fights that look this fucking painful.
It's a badass fight. It's
Like,
like, come on, Bruce, go to
So
work.
many of the hits, I winced.
Yeah.
Like
there's some
especially the
raunch-
one where the mutant leader grabbed Batman and bit down into his shoulder. It's like, ooh,
Yeah.
that looked like it hurt. And
cracking his arm.
it's not
Cracking his
just-
arm, dude.
It's not just the visuals. The fucking Foley work in this fight is on point.
Yeah.
And everything just feels so uncomfortable.
Mick says, damn. Mankind is like, geez.
Also, during this whole thing, Carrie Kelly was running around ninja kicking mutants.
Yeah, but she
After,
helps out when she needs to.
After Batman crunches mutant leader's nose into his face and kinda wins, she gets him into the Batmobile, splints his arm, and then he reveals that he's Bruce Wayne, asks her name. Alfred's like, not a fucking again. Here we go again.
She almost got killed by the leader. Like, when she jumped on top of him, it's like she's trying to save him, but like she almost dies in the process. Batman just like was quick with it and grabbed the little rubber capsule and just like splats it on his face. Yeah. And it's just like, well, you're blind now. You're incapped. Done. So it's like,
so
okay, managed to save her.
Leader's arrested. Robin's working officially for Batman now. He's gotten the shit kicked out of him. Mm-hmm. He gets a new suit. This is the one with the gray and the black now. Yeah,
he gets sent back to the cave, of course, to check that out and everything. He's like, no hospitals, send me back to the cave.
So, and then he just takes off all his clothes and walks off to be alone in the dark. To find his strength.
As Alfred puts it. And this is when he's like, you're never done with me, Bat. Are you? Are you?
Then,
I can do.
We meet the new future police commissioner, which is Ellen Yindel.
Yeah, I don't like Yindel. She's annoying. She's stupid.
Who's very anti-Batman.
Yeah, she's so anti-Batman, in fact. And then she just gets platoon after platoon to shoot at him.
And then she also has a line in the second movie, which is ominously timely to right now, or at least at time of recording, which is, if it's not a cop, shoot it.
Yeah.
Parts of this movie,
typical.
I will say, parts of this movie have not aged well.
Terribly political is the statement, and correct at the moment, is it? Very.
Kind of like, mild tangent, reminds me of, there's a YouTube comment about Disney not having the magic anymore. And like, why can't they make good films like this? Why does everything have to be political now? And you know what movie it was on? Black Panther.
Of course.
Yes, Black Panther is in no way political. Fucking idiot.
Wow. Oh, Lord. So after the whole cave thing, we get a flash to News Channel 6, and it's a argument versus with Lana Lang versus
some guy.
Walper also.
Yes,
it's just Dr. Walper again.
What you're saying? Batman's responsible for the criminals? Yes, of course. We also get we find that the Joker is still alive.
Yeah, we saw him like before, but you didn't know it was him.
And he's very much in a coma because there's no Batman. He doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. He's out of it. He cannot manifest without Batman.
I'm gonna go do a crime. Hey, boss, Batman's gone. What? Batman's gone. Fuck it then.
Fuck it, it's not worth doing. He's not gonna notice. Senpai won't notice. It's not worth doing.
The mayor's like, I'm gonna go talk to the mutant leader myself because Jim Gordon's an incompetent idiot, and I'm gonna arrange a peace with the mutant leader.
Oh god, this goes so well.
Especially because he's in the police station, and I think this is everything we need to know about Jim Gordon. This guy who's been fucking berating him on national television is like, by the way, if you need any help what you're about to do is amazingly stupid. If you want, I can have a squad of guards in there with you. It's okay?
He's like, no, I want to talk to him alone.
I have to talk to him alone. That's what the polls say.
You know what's really ironic about the whole, like, Lana Lang thing?
What?
She's the editor-in-chief of the Daily Planet, right? That's super ironic considering the end of these two films.
It's also, Jimmy Olsen runs a fucking cable network now.
Yeah, but like, especially her though, like, Lang specifically, it's like, she's really the one on Batman's side when it comes to the media?
Yeah.
Her? Like,
yeah.
That's ironic. That's just irony right there.
Obviously, the talk goes brilliantly. The mayor has a mutant leader eating out of his hand, or rather, eating his hand.
Fuck
There's
his head.
just the mutant leader in a pool of blood.
He's having a buffet.
Yeah. He's like,
oh, look, you served the mayor to me on a silver platter. Oh me, oh my, I don't know if I'll be able to eat the whole thing.
then there's a new mayor with a long head. It's like, we're still
And then
open to
he gets eaten. No, I'm kidding.
We're still open to negotiations.
Send in seconds, burps. It's fucking awful.
And then Batman deploys Robin in a mutant disguise to tell all the mutants that there's this big meeting going on at the pipe and they're losers if they don't know about it. So
yeah, it's like, wait, you didn't hear about the pipe? You Billy Berserk.
So, of course. Yeah, of course we shiv. We're mutants.
I don't shiv. I knows about the pipe, see? You suckers don't know about the pipe. What do you mean you don't know about the pipe?
Yeah, chicken legs licking chicks in colors. Leader, take your face for touching me.
Yeah.
You leader squeeze, I figure. Then, Gordon's about to retire. He asks, Bruce asks one last favor, which is to release the mutant leader.
For good reason.
For his plan, and then he's getting the city right together, and then Ellen Yindel shows up like, I'm reporting for duty. You're a few days early. Any duty. It's like, well, everything's done, but you're free to wait here. He talks about Pearl Harbor and Harry Truman.
Yeah,
Harry Truman may have known it was going to happen, but did nothing. But how that's kind of okay because it got the U.S. into World War II.
Also, Roosevelt basically, on the radio talking, helped them win the war.
Was it Truman or Roosevelt?
I think it was Roosevelt he was talking about.
The president at the time.
Yeah, I think he said Roosevelt, though. I wrote down Roosevelt.
And so,
it was somebody on the radio, though.
And so he got us into it. He was strong when he needed him to be.
He was
too big to criticize. And Ellen's like, I don't understand. It's like, maybe one day you will.
Yeah, maybe one day you'll understand.
And she does.
Mm-hmm. That's the one point where it's like, yeah, okay. She finally she had her change, but then, she's so insufferable in the beginning.
Commissioner Gordon drops by the mutant leader's cell, and the mutant leader's like, "You come to say hello, Gordon?" No, come to say goodbye.
Say goodbye.
He leaves. The mutant leader's like, "The fuck are you talking about?" And then he escapes.
Mm-hmm.
He gets out of the sewer pipe into the mud hole. And he's like, "Hey, all my guys are here! Awesome! It's ready for war."
Shoved into the mud.
Batman tackles him, and I think the two mutant leader fights perfectly showcase how Batman is brilliant as as a fighter. Because
he's a tactician, dude. He's not just a fighter. He's a tactician.
And I think these two scenes perfectly encapsulate it.
Yeah.
Because the first time, he's never fought the mutant leader before. He knows nothing about the mutant leader, and he wins, but he gets his body destroyed in the process.
And he doesn't teach him enough of a lesson the first time.
The second time, though, he makes up for the mutant leader being faster than him by fighting
and takes him to fucking mud school.
Fights him thigh deep in mud, so they're both slow.
Yeah,
cuts him
it's
above
like
the eye so
him being slow doesn't matter anymore.
He cuts him above the eye so he can't see, and he paralyzes his left arm.
He's also playing it a lot more defensively, going for a lot more counter hits, and he's doing what he ends up telling him. This is a surgery table. This is an operating table, and I'm the surgeon.
And then he breaks his arm, breaks his leg, and just beats on him. And the mutants are watching.
He teaches him a lesson. He really does.
And then he wins, and then there's one mutant who has, we see him, he doesn't have the hair anymore, he's bald, he has a bat symbol tattooed on his face, and says, "This is the new face of the law in Gotham City. Gotham City belongs to the Batman. And then
We are the sons of Batman.
Yeah. And then you just see
like,
Joker.
wow.
We see Joker, like, his eye moves. His hand twitches, like...
Batman. Darling.
And then the movie's over.
Yeah, but it does spring into Gotham City Imposters.
Yes.
Which is no longer, I think, available. It's just the whole premise of Gotham City Imposters.
Then,
the Sons of Batman.
True. Then we also I will say that this is not the first time we have had an adaptation of The Dark Knight Returns into animation. There's a segment in an episode of The New Adventures of Batman and Robin called Legends of the Dark Knight, which is Dark Knight Returns. It's 2 scenes together. It's the tank scene with the rubber bullets, and it's the second fight against the mutant leader. But for kids' television.
Yeah, of course, not this brutal. They really amped it up for this one.
You know what I love about the second fight against the mutant leader in this one?
Everything.
This movie's brutal and violent and gory. Yet there are shots and things Batman does to the mutant leader that it cuts away from.
Yeah, because there's certain things.
Think of
like,
the
no,
things it shows.
kids are gonna watch this. Yeah, but kids are gonna watch this. It's like, no, we can't show everything. It's like, yeah, we're gonna fuck you kids up, but we can't show you everything. We can't
Now,
mess you up that bad.
On to the second one.
Tonight, we are the law. I am the law.
You act like a criminal.
We are criminals. We always have been.
Look, one of these days, someone with authority is going to tell me to come stop you. And when that happens...
I hereby issue a warrant for the Batman's arrest.
When that happens, may the best man win.
He's a murderer now. Jim, if you've talked to him, you have to let me know.
He and I don't talk anymore.
You have gotten old. I made you lose control.
All the people I've murdered. It ends tonight.
Bruce!
Is he dead?
So are we gonna review the last one?
Yeah, the second one.
No, we're gonna have specific, like, ratings for each one.
Yeah, we're gonna do that at the end of this segment.
All right. we get 2 ratings this time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we get a recap in this new one.
Yeah, get a recap through news footage, not like your Friday the 13th movie recap.
Yeah, it just recaps like everything news footage, one after another.
After
like
Batman,
Sons of Batman,
Batman
blah blah blah.
defeated the mutant leader, and then the mutant gang split off into a whole bunch of different gangs. But the first thing we really see is Joker, fully conscious and active now, playing Bartholomew Wolper for a fucking fool.
Yeah, he's just like, hey, so you like to go on talk shows, huh? Yeah, you like to, huh?
I'd like to.
Can I get one?
No, but though it's more like he's more like, oh, no one wants to hear anything I have to say. The world has every reason to hate me. It's like, I'll get you on TV, Joker. That's fine. And then as soon as Bartholomew Wolpers leaves the room, the Joker has no emotion at all on his face because he's, a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, but he's going, oh, woe is me. No one ever wants to hear what little old Joker has to say. It's so lonely. And then when he leaves, like, in his head, he's just going, fucking idiot.
Then, just general Batman's training carry to do stuff. People are bitching about Batman, happy about Batman. Ellen Yindo gets sworn in as the new commissioner officially at a dinner.
Superman talks to the President Nixon.
Reagan.
About the Batman. Yeah, Reagan. Yeah.
He's Reagan. And, like, he looks like a cartoon. Well, okay, he is a cartoon.
Yeah, it's
but
Ronald
you know what
Reagan.
I mean. He looks like a caricature of Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, but it's Ronald Reagan.
And
like,
he
it's so
talks
obvious.
he talks in weird ass cowboy euphemisms.
Yeah.
So it does the hands good to have a wild bronco round the ranch. Does him good to break him in, but when that bronco kicks over the fence and gets the other horses acting crazy.
Oh, who knows what'll happen? It's bad news at that point. He's like making. He's just like. He's just amping it up, dude. I love it. I love all the acting. I love it. His dialogue's great.
The Joker gets booked on the Dave Endocrine show. Pretty much everybody's like, this is a bad idea.
Let's get the assault rifles out. Never know what's gonna happen. Click, click.
I love how, like,
Joker's coming.
10 years later, even though they've decided Batman's evil, 10 years later, it's like, we're putting the Joker on television. It's like, maybe not do that.
This seems like a bad plan.
Joker meets up with Fat Charlie Brown and is given mind-controlling lipstick and nose filters.
I think that's one of the Tweedles. I'm not sure which.
It might be one of the Tweedles, or it might be, like, Toyman or something around there.
It might be Toyman. It could also be that one that modeled himself off of Humpty Dumpty.
That's possible.
I think that's
he likes
thing.
Or it could just be a completely original character.
Maybe. I am unsure of
and
this
it's actually
character.
Joker has managed. Maybe it's because like every part of his body went into shutdown when Batman left, but he hasn't aged. He's not old.
Yeah, he went into like stasis, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like no more Batman, no more need to age.
Like
no
he's
more
still
need for
spry.
effort.
He comments on how badly everyone else has aged.
Yeah, he's just like I've been just sitting in a home. They've been just taking care of me.
You have gotten
entirely,
old, haven't you?
Yeah, it's like I haven't had to waste not one like milligram of effort.
Once the gas goes, put these in and only
finger.
breathe through your nose. And all these years, I just held my breath. Really?
Yeah.
I could kiss you.
I love that line. He's so okay. Honestly, this
the Joker in this
is like
Michael
one of the best.
Emerson, and I will say, after Mark Hamill, he is my favorite animated Joker.
He's
there are
one of
better
the best.
Jokers, there are funnier Jokers, but there is not a scarier Joker.
Yeah. like his whole like mug thing once he gets on the show is like it's up there with the "Can I have a glass of water" from like Red Hood.
I think it started in this because this came first.
Yeah, I know, but
Or
like
at least
it's
the comic came first. But pedantics.
Yeah, I find the glass of water better. It's like it's just funnier to me. It's like the mug's still pretty good.
The mug's still good. But
yeah.
But to explain the mug, he gets on the show. Batman's like, this is not good. You people should not be doing this. You're fucking idiots. And he gets on, and it's like they talk about something called the wet hamburger bun contest.
Yeah, I don't know what that is about.
I'm intrigued.
It's like, yeah, this is the type of stuff that's on this talk show.
The wet hamburger gun contest.
Here's what Conan's talking about this week.
The wet hamburger bun contest. The what now?
Not even. It's like fucking. It's like Letterman. No, not Letterman. What am I saying? It's like
Kimmel.
No, dude with big fucking chin.
Leno.
Yeah, Leno. There we go.
Though
like,
it is, by
what's
the
on
way,
Leno this week?
Booking the Joker to appear on your show is the kind of dumbass shit Jimmy Kimmel would do.
Yeah.
Like that time he booked Joaquin Phoenix, and Joaquin Phoenix said, "You're horrible. You brought me here just to... You're awful. You brought me here just to laugh at me." It's like, oh shit, is he gonna kill me?
Well, it's like, okay, Kimmel leans into the turn a lot, and like Conan leans into it a lot too, but not as much. Like Leto is the punchline of that entire joke. It's just like he is the one that like those other two are making an impression of.
So they introduced the Joker, the clown, Prince of Crime, the Joker, and he shows up. He looks pretty good. He has a white jacket, purple pants, purple shirt, silver tie. He looks
styling.
quite snazzy.
And he's still young looking, so like he's gorgeous.
He's styling.
He's doing great.
Sits
He's the
down,
cleanest
like,
he's ever been.
This man is pure. It's like, that's why I'm gonna kill everyone in this room. That he's joking. That's just a joke to ease the tension.
Yeah.
This man.
Yeah, have you met this guy?
This man is just a victim of the Batman psychotic obsession. Well, I thought I was Batman's psychotic obsession. It was like, okay, that's good. I like that.
But it's like you haven't met this guy, because if you ever did, you'd be dead.
And what? And he's like, they're talking. The guy, the fat Charlie Brown talks to two disturbing as fuck looking robot dolls.
Yeah, they're creepy looking.
Called Bobby and Mary.
Yeah, it's very possible this might be the toy maker's toys. It's possible. Like, this is what makes me think that it might be the toy maker.
They go in. Joker's. They're talking. Walper brings up, like, insults Batman, and then Joker's like, "Do guests get to keep these?" "Yeah, sure." He just interrupts.
You got a bunch of these.
You know what? Fine. We do whatever you want with it. We got a closet full of them. It's like, thank you. Smash.
Excellent.
Cuts Walper's throat. As long as you won't miss it.
He like fucking gouges him with it. And everybody's just like, oh.
And then the robots fly in, spray laughing gas everywhere, and then they
Who could have seen
and
this
then
coming?
they die. We have someone trying to claw through the door, and just the blood of them trying to scratch through the door, scratching at the door, running down it, and
say that properly. Say the scratching of the door properly.
Scratching at the door.
There we go. Also, I wanted to mention Batman and Robin have been getting shot at this entire time. Like, just it's interspliced with him, just like footage of Batman, like just rooftop to rooftop, knocking cops out.
Alter my orders in any way, and you're fired. Oh, before Joker appears on live television, we forgot an important scene.
The lipstick?
Two Nazis are robbing a bodega.
Yeah, we jumped right over that.
Nazi lady with swastikas covering her tits shows up with a machine gun. And then an old lady is Batman.
Yep.
And beats the shit out of everybody. Chases Bruno down.
It was a wonderful disguise.
And
yeah, Bruno's the name of the girl with
Yes.
the Nazi tattoos on her, the swastika nipples.
Then Superman punches a train.
Yeah, this is where we get Superman coming in. I was gonna mention this, but I was like, no, we're already rolling with it, so it's like, okay.
But this is and Bruno is stupid and doesn't recognize Superman and shoots him with a machine gun, which doesn't really do a whole lot to him.
Nothing at all. It's like, oh, hey, you're a Batman villain? Well, guess what? Game changer. Hashtag. Here comes Superman.
Here comes Superman, right down Superman Lane.
Here comes Superman with the assist, you know? Just breathless. Here, get ready for the next battle.
And Batman's just, okay, Clark, I'm busy, can you fuck off?
It's like, meet me at my house tomorrow. Don't just go away. Like, we're not doing this right now. Go home.
I'm at work.
I'm kind of busy at the moment. You just robbed me of the one thing that I wanted to do tonight. It's like I had my whole night planned for this. You just robbed me of all that work. Get out of here. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
This is how, after interrogating Bruno, this is how Batman gets the info about what's happening at the Endocrine show.
And Superman does nothing about it.
Nothing. Joker.
Well, because he's busy. He's busy in.
They're at Bruce's Neverland. Later, Superman is standing there triumphant with an open shirt, and an eagle lands on his arm.
Yeah.
He's like doing. They talk about old times, being forced to quit,
hanging with the animals.
Oliver Queen disagreed, and then we see what happened to him later. Diana's back with her own people. We don't hear it happen to the Flash.
It's a good little tete-a-tete.
Yeah, they're just talking like, you act like a criminal. We are criminals, Clark.
Yeah.
Only difference is you have a boss.
It's like his boss is the president. Also, it's like that's a hell of a boss to look up to.
So, Joker after the Endocrine show Slaughter, cops are trying to take down Batman. Ellen Yindel orders her men to go take him. It's like, rush him. Rush him? He's twice your age. Grow some backbone.
But he's just steady beating the shit out of them.
Because he's Batman.
Yeah. I forgot though, like, this whole time Superman was, like, going around, like...
fighting the Cold War.
Yeah, he was, like, taking out Russian freighters and fighter
Maltese.
jets and stuff. In Porto Maltese, exactly. Like, that's what he was busy with, so he couldn't be at the show. But he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Then
so
Joker shows up to Selena Kyle's house, Catwoman, who is now a bordello owner.
Yeah, well, she owns an escort service, Kyle's Escorts.
And he tries to start World War III. But that's not really his plan. That's the scary thing about this Joker. He has no goal.
He's like, let's manipulate people just to a ridiculous degree, and eventually something chaotic will happen.
I mean, he's just out to kill people.
And take over Selena Kyle's mind.
Briefly to have one of her escorts...
To get to the real goal, yeah.
Make a senator rape a flag around himself and like, I demand we fire our nukes!
Yeah, drop all the nukes on Corto Maltese. We are the best nation ever. Trump said so. I had a premonition. Trump came to me in my dream and said, hey, let's nuke the shit out this other country because we're fucking better.
Batman disguises himself as a different cop, gets the information. He goes to Selena.
Also, that congressman falls off the building and dies.
Yes, it's funny. Ellen Yindel sends cops after Batman. He escapes. They go to Catwoman's apartment. She is dressed as Wonder Woman and hogtied on a bed.
It's hilarious. Very creative.
They find cotton candy, which means they're going to be at the fairground.
Yeah, Robin finds it even.
All of Carrie's friends are going to be there. And Batman goes, confronts the Joker, throws a batarang in his face.
He throws 3 batarangs? One in his head, one in his elbow, and the other one in his freaking eye. Like, straight in his eye socket.
The only way you can, are you out of your mind?
Shooting at him and going, what? Okay, you're crazy then. It's like, this is the craziest I've ever seen you, Bats. I kind of like you this way. You're kind of turning me on.
Then they're running. Joker's just shooting random people indiscriminately and laughing because he's nutty.
He goes through the entire fair, the entire fun fair grounds, because he's like Woody Woodpecker nuts.
They're in a house of mirror. He has a kid as a body shield. The kid's like, Batman's gonna kick your ass. Like, he's gonna have to go through you first, kid.
Yeah. He eventually, saves the kid, wrecks him in the House of Mirrors, basically. But he manages to
out his gun
like
with a
yeah, exactly. He manages to have like Joker's gun just completely like taken out, but he runs out of bullets anyways and gets another one.
He gets a batarang into the gun, but yeah, Joker gets a new gun. Fuck tons of ammo.
Yeah, he like pins Batman inside the House of Mirrors for a second while he gets another gun from a cop, and then continues on his merry way, just blamming everything.
Into the tunnel of love. Just, excuse me, coming through. Pardon me. Excuse me.
He's going, oops, did I do that?
And then they have their big showdown in the tunnel of love. Batman whacks the gun out of his hand, tackles him to the ground, just, all the people I murdered by letting you live.
And he killed a lot of people. Like, he let a bomb go off in a helicopter.
Yep. I never kept count. I did. I know. He draws a knife, a switchblade out of his sleeve, and I love you for it. Starts stabbing Batman in the abdomen.
Yeah, maybe we should have kept track of all the people Batman murdered in this film.
Well, he means the people he killed as a result of not killing the Joker.
I guess, but at the same time, let a bomb go off in a helicopter.
True. And then Batman grabs Joker's head and snaps his neck, and then Joker falls against a post. And then this next scene is controversial.
Not entirely. I think Batman's...
because people can't agree.
I think it's pretty
People
justified.
can't agree, because there are two camps on this. One is that Batman only half snapped his neck, and it's actually Joker talking to Batman. The other half is that Batman actually did kill the Joker.
And just imagines the conversation, yeah.
Both work, I think.
I believe in the former more than the latter, specifically because it's the Joker and he snaps it and like he's smiling. When he's in the grapple with him, he's like fidgeting and he's like angry, you know? It's like Joker is like actually trying to put up a fight and everything. But like Batman grabs his face and like straight up like cracks it, but just enough. Like you can tell it's like he's doing it deliberately. Yeah, exactly. He's only snapping it, like he's popping it. He's not completely and utterly breaking it.
And he's like, kill me. I know you want to. It's like, no. Doesn't matter. I won. I made you lose control. And they'll kill you for it.
Yeah, but that's where I feel like Joker is wrong entirely, because it's like...
I think Batman did actually kill him, because he does wake up unconscious beside dead Joker.
He kinda, I guess, but
and does talk to the Joker's corpse later on.
Well, he's just like, why you still, like, stop laughing. He goes like, stop laughing. Because like
shoot a bomb with a gun.
Well, because like he was still laughing at the end. He was still like, he still was laughing up until he got his fucking neck snapped. But it's like,
because Joker won. Everyone thinks Batman's a murderer now.
But that was already going on because like Detective Lentil just wanted to shoot him anyway.
Yeah, but they didn't know he was a murderer yet.
I guess, but at the same time, this is Joker. This is a man who like murdered way more people than just like than just one.
That's the thing. Like, if there's one villain who I'd say, you know what, Bats? Okay, you can have that one. It's the Joker.
In my opinion, Batman was in total control, regardless of if he killed him or not. Especially this incarnation. Like,
Joker gets out.
He might as well be 65 years old.
Batman escapes from the tunnel of love. Ellen Yindel says the very worrying thing: if it's not a cop, shoot it.
Yeah, that's the line.
Then
it's crossed.
Batman, who's basically had the shit stabbed and shot and kicked out of him. He's getting worked on in a hospital bed.
He is fucked up.
The Reagan
he gets saved though.
True. The Reagan.
No, the Reagan.
Reagan smash!
God damn it.
He makes a very continuing conflict in Corto Maltese.
Mm-hmm.
The Reagan makes a very not very promising address, because he's in a bunker in a radiation suit. It's like, turns out those Russians are some pretty sore losers. And then, yeah.
It's like, we got him.
The Russians
pissed off.
launch a nuke at Corto Maltese.
No, they launched it at them.
No, they launched it at Corto Maltese. It says specifically in the film.
Oh, yeah, they did, actually. Yeah,
and then
right.
Superman grabs it.
Rears it off course into space.
But makes it detonate over Gotham City.
Yeah. Regardless of how high up a nuke detonates over the Earth, it will cause an EMP. Like, I feel like
that's all,
it
I'm
will...
not criticizing that part. I'm just saying that, well, you just cause... Like, Superman, every time he seems to engage in any kind of action in this movie, just makes everything worse.
Yeah, right.
Because with the train, he could have easily just picked up the blind guy and put him down. He didn't have to punch the train.
I guess.
Like, okay, you... But he gets the
Superman
nuke into space. He's nuked. He's radiated. He's irradiated. He's all skinny and like he looks a bit like.
He's
Bizarro.
like a zombie. He's zombie. He
Superman. Lands to Earth and I didn't know he could do this, but I guess Superman can do fucking anything. Drains
flower.
The solar energy out of the plants.
Yeah, but it's like he touches one and just all of them, like in a miasma, just start just losing their life force, and then he just is back to normal again.
Mostly.
It's like,
mostly.
Okay. Well, yeah, he looks normal. He doesn't look like a skeleton
All
anymore.
the power goes out in Gotham, and Robin's watch stops, and it's like, sir, the power went out. It's an EMP triggered by.
I learned about this. I learned about this in High School of the Dead.
And triggered by an EMP, by a nuclear device being triggered over Gotham. It's like,
from space,
sir,
probably.
You could be wrong. And just Bruce Wayne looks at him. Oh dear.
Oh dear, you're totally right.
And there's rioting and looting in the city. Parts of it are on fire.
Yeah, it's total chaos.
Because a plane crashes. Gordon's like, okay, you know what? Fuck this. Shoots his gun in the air. You people are stupid. We're gonna stop this fire from being a fire. Don't be dumbasses. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like if you're not gonna help the neighborhood, fuck off.
I'll shoot.
Also, can we put out these fires and stop fighting each other because you're a bunch of dipshits?
The Sons of Batman are like, we're gonna go take Gotham City with our guns, and then Bruce Wayne shows up. He's like, no, you're not. But first, to Carrie's like,
gun.
You ever ride a horse before? I don't think I've ever seen a horse before. And they're riding, and they have two horses in tow. And she's like, not as fun as I thought it would be.
She's funny. I like her a lot.
Carrie Kelly's
great. Yeah, she's wonderful. But yeah, she like rides up.
She's my second favorite Robin after Tim Drake, I think.
Yeah, she's probably second also for me.
Because for me, Dick Grayson is great, but I prefer him as Nightwing than Robin.
Like, I'd probably put her second. I'd probably put Dick maybe number one. I do like him a lot.
I like him more as Nightwing though.
Yeah.
He's better as Nightwing.
Yeah. But like there's also like a bunch of good ones too. Like Jason's really good. Jason's probably like number 3 for me.
Thomas.
Yeah. Son of Batman also.
Yeah. Ugh, I hate Damian Wayne, but that's just me.
Damian's like number 5.
I hate him because I got a bad introduction. But he Batman takes the mutant guy's gun. Said, "These are the weapons of cowards. They're slow and clumsy." Snaps it in half. He shows some batarangs. "Our weapons are quick and precise. In time, I will teach them to you. But tonight, you will rely on your fists, on your brains and your fists. Tonight, you are the law. Tonight, I am the law."
Law.
They go secure the city. They lasso a bunch of people. It's like, all right, people. You are going to stop fighting each other and help us get things under control in the city. If you don't, that's
You
cool.
will stay tied up.
I'm just gonna leave you tied up. Some guy threatens to sue Batman, and Robin's like, good luck.
Yeah, it's like, where are you gonna send that lawsuit to, huh? You think Batman's gonna appear in court? Also,
You know
what courts are gonna be existent if Batman doesn't help the community?
It's funny, even if he knew he was Bruce Wayne, he'd still lose.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure Bruce can hire the best lawyers ever.
That's
I'm sure
the
Bruce
benefit.
has a law degree.
Yeah, that's the benefit to being a billionaire / vigilante. You know, you lose either way when it comes to the law.
So they get everything under control. They're the only city in America to have gotten things under control. And Reagan's like, hey, Superman, Batman's making me look bad. Go kill him.
Again, irony. Gotham's the only city that's under control. Metropolis is apparently under total siege because Superman's too busy, like trying to regain his strength. To talk to the community. Because
he hasn't had a lot of sunlight lately.
Yeah, but he's too busy to talk to the community.
We meet,
really?
Yeah. We meet Oliver Queen, who had his arm lasered off by Superman, Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
I like this version of Green Arrow. One-arm Green Arrow, man.
I know it's going to come down between you and the Boy Scout. I want a piece of him.
Of course. I'm going to take his arm off, and I'm going to attach it to where mine used to be.
And I'll have an arm of steel.
It's going to be like that one Despicable Deadpool cover, where he's got Cable's arm.
Though I'm just going to read the intro for, not the synopsis for this movie, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Because it doesn't cover the Joker shit at all. It just says, the Batman has returned after a 10-year absence.
Go ahead.
Gotham authorities want to arrest him. An old foe wants a reunion. The feds want the Man of Tomorrow to put a stop to him. Though while Bruce Wayne is securing Gotham under the Sons of Batman, Ellen Yindel's watching with the cops and like, you know what? He's too big. We can't take him.
Yeah, like at this point, it's like, leave him be. He's helping the community. Like, what are you guys doing? Are you guys even, like, trying to help with the relief? No, you're just standing there with your guns waiting to fire on Batman and his crew.
There's a conversation between Lana and some other guy, and he's like, Batman created a more violent gang by taking out the mutants. Like, okay, and Lana's like, okay, so you're telling me that a bunch of psychopaths start brutalizing criminals instead of normal citizens, and somehow you think that's a problem?
Yeah, it's like, seriously, people armed with shotguns, wearing like face paint with like of a bat, going around like doing vigilante work, like destroying criminal enterprise, and like are the majority of your city, are worse than people who are literally kidnapping kids and then shooting them even though they get the money from the parents as like a ransom. Yeah, that's way better.
So much worse. Yeah. I mean, yeah, kill the citizens, fine, but don't kill criminals. That's bad.
That's just stupid.
So, Batman has a master plan because he's Batman, and he always does.
Because he's RoboCop.
He puts on the suit that you may have seen from... He's getting the suit ready that you may have seen from Batman v Superman Dawn of Shitting. Batman's teaching Robin to ride a horse. Superman lasers where into the ground, and Batman just responds, Crime Alley. Which is where his parents were killed.
Of course.
And then we get the fight. The first, in comic books, back in 1986, the first fight between Batman and Superman.
Yeah.
This is the first time it happened.
Yeah, this is some legendary stuff. And like once this hit the screen,
there have been like Batman versus evil Superman or Superman versus evil Batman, but I'm not counting that.
Yeah, it's like no, this is literally
clones.
Batman and Superman have a confrontation Like, they are in disagreement with each other.
And, though, bear in mind, after putting on the suit, Batman takes a pill. And this pill's important. And so they're fighting. A bunch of rockets hit Superman. It doesn't do shit.
Well, no, he gets juggled by them, dude.
He gets juggled.
Are you kidding?
He
gets juggled.
But the only reasons that Batman survives this fight are he had a lot of time to plan.
Right.
Superman is still kind of irradiated.
Right.
And has had very little sunlight for months.
Right.
And also, this is important, Superman really doesn't want to kill Batman.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's his friend.
He's like, no, Bruce, please don't make me do this.
Yeah, and it's not even Martha, though.
No, it makes sense in this one.
It really does. This is the most sense it has made probably since Batman v Superman. Like, the animated Batman v Superman.
Not only is this... Like, does this work because you can imagine Batman having a chance because he actually knows what Superman is, unlike in Batman v Superman.
Yeah, also he has enough help.
It's Superman who, it's a Clark who has been friends with Bruce Wayne for decades.
They're boys. They don't want to kill each other.
So they're fighting. Batman uses his brains. He uses a sonic cannon on Superman, which must suck with the super hearing. He plugs himself into Gotham's power grid and electrocutes him in the face.
As you do.
And then they're just beating the fuck out of each other for a while.
Yeah, it escalates from it kind of escalates from just, okay, let's have gadgets, like anything that I can pull out of my sleeve, and then once I run out of tricks, just start decking him.
The cops go after the Bat Tank, but can't do much because it's a Bat Tank. And
it was
Batman,
also flipped. Superman flipped it.
Superman flipped it. Doesn't do anything to care. It's like, isn't it a school night? Isn't it a school night, young lady? And then just leaves because.
Well, because Batman screams at him at that point.
Yeah.
He catches his attention, and then he catches those hands.
While Carrie's escaping in the tank, an audio file in the tank plays, which is, okay, Superman should be distracted right now, so I'm going to tell you the real plan. But we don't hear it yet.
Yeah, it's like
Oliver
she's
Queen runs across rooftops. And
kicks a guy in the face, goes, "Hey, what you want? Anything good on?"
Batman grabs two steamrollers, grabs the rolls off them, makes them into massive hammer fists, and beats down Superman.
He fucking roller does the shit out of Superman with Hulk hands.
Hulk smash!
Ultimate destruction fists. He rollers Superman.
Did, and it was amazing. And then Green Arrow, hanging upside down by a leg off a fire escape, manages to shoot a bow one-handed because he's just that cool.
He's awesome.
And
he's
shoots
the
a kryptonite.
best.
He shoots an arrow at Superman. Superman catches it, but it's like in the Avengers. He catches it and it explodes, and puts kryptonite dust in Superman's face. Brings him down, and Superman's like,
pops him with the
arrow.
arrow.
Feeling it, aren't you? What the rest of us live with every day. Your own mortality.
Being a
I didn't have
user.
to go easy on you. Stronger a different binding agent, a stronger mix. I didn't want you dead. I wanted you scared. You'll recover. But I want you.
But for now, you're a weak little baby.
I want you to remember. In your most private moments, I want you to remember the one man who beat you.
And then and he looks into Bruce's chest, and he sees his
Bruce,
heart.
You're having a heart attack, please.
His heart is pumping oil out of the ground, and it's it's about to give. And he's just Bruce, your heart.
Frank Miller hates Superman.
Bops him one.
As much as Frank Miller despises and has so much contempt for the character of Superman. Even
he writes him pretty well.
Superman beaten down, full of kryptonite, bruised up in his face. Even now, the one thing he can think of is, Bruce, please, you're going to die. Stop and let me help you.
Bruce, your heart. I care about you. Your heart. Please. But he just, like, Batman decks him out and he's like, I know I'm going down. And then,
well, this is happening. We get the saddest scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Where Alfred is looking at an old photo album.
Mm-hmm. And then he leaves the manor.
No words.
And then the manor
closes
explodes.
It, puts it on, can't feel his arm, which is never a good sign when you're old.
Right.
Puts his coat on, leaves the manor, blows up the manor, and dies of a heart attack.
I'm not entirely sure because, like, he might have taken one of those pills, and one of those pills might have been, like, a feigned death pill.
You clearly see his arm paralyzed. It's a heart attack or a stroke. Alfred's dead.
Okay. Yeah. The whole thing was basically like a cover-up to be like, oh, okay, who's gonna stay dead, like Bruce or Alfred? And it's like, no, Alfred's dying for real, and then Bruce is gonna keep going after this.
Yeah.
So, like, that's the whole setup, basically.
So Bruce is dead. We're at his. The news is like, hey, Bruce Wayne was Batman. We couldn't find any of his money or gadgets, though. That kind of sucks. But hey, he's
news
dead.
Is out. Yeah,
we're
news
having
is
a
out.
Funeral for him.
All his gadgets got burned in the fire. Also, his butler's dead. Nobody knows where he's at. It's like he's dead. It's like he's just straight up in the ground. So like they bury. I'm pretty sure they actually buried Alfred, but like Batman's still around.
A few people are at Batman's funeral. Jim Gordon, Superman, Selena Kyle. Interestingly,
Superman.
Ellen Yindel. Ellen Yindel is there looking very
she's
sad.
there. Well, because she
eventually
realized how
won
big
her
he
over.
was.
Carrie's there in disguise. After Selena spits and like slaps Superman across the face, like, how dare you show your face here? I know who killed him.
Yeah, it's like it was you.
Gordon pulls.
I loved that man.
Away. Gordon pulls her away, and then it's just Superman and Carrie. And Carrie has a shovel hidden under her dress.
Well, it's kind of. I don't know. It's kind of a toss up because like it could also be like Talia just with like different hair and stuff.
Ooh.
Like it could like the one with the shovel.
No, that's obviously Carrie Kelly. You see the red hair, and it's obvious, and Superman recognizes her from being Robin.
Yeah, maybe.
I
guess so.
Why would it be Talia when she wasn't even mentioned at any point here?
Well, like, the whole cave thing and everything, like, right after this is, like, kind of suggestive of, like, hey, maybe, like, if he actually did die, if Batman really did die, it's like, there could just be a Lazarus pit that they're digging to instead. And it's like, Batman
Talia
actually did die.
is not 5'4".
Was she really that short? I didn't notice.
Yeah, she's
But then again, compared to Superman, like, anybody would look short.
Superman hears Batman's heart beating underground because
just that little
to make it look like he was dead. And he's like hearing the heartbeat. Carrie Kell's looking like shit. He knows, and Superman just winks and leaves. It's like I know he's not dead. I know. Don't worry. I'm not going to spoil it, but I know. And
this could have been Batman and Robin though. Like this could have been like Son of Batman.
It's a lot better than Son of Batman, though.
It could have been.
He doesn't fuck up Deathstroke.
Yeah. It's also doing, like, a lot of other things that's, like, if Damian was around and, like, put down Joker for good, like, Batman would just, like, disown him.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you snapped his neck. Oh, you little bastard. Starts slapping him out.
Then we're in a cave underground, and Green
the
Arrow's in charge of the Sons of Batman and the rest of the mutant gang. It's like, hey, do that, do this, do that. It's like, yes, boss.
We're setting up a new Bat Cave.
And then Bruce Wayne shows up in a leather jacket. It's like, I spent 10 years looking for a good death. This will be a good life.
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Doesn't find his death. Yep. Doesn't find his death. Finds a new life instead.
It will, however, be continued in something I hope never gets a film adaptation because this comic is garbage. The Dark Knight Strikes Again.
I don't know about that, but
It's a terrible comic.
For now, let's give our honest review to this. What do you rate part 1, for example, and then part 2? Rate both individually.
Part 1, I'm going to give it 9 mutant leaders impaling people on his nipples out of 10.
Uh-huh.
And part 2, I'm going to give Joker with 9 batarangs in his eye.
9?
Yes.
Okay. 9 impalements, massive
Yes.
pieces of metals into people's bodies. This is great.
Yes.
Okay. I think
How
I
about you?
will. I think I will give this 11 Officer Yentls shooting the shit out of Joker themselves. out of 10 on the second one.
11
But
out of 10
the
on
first
the second
one. Yeah, 11 out of 10.
Huh.
And the first one, I will give it a solid 8 rubber bullets being just plugged over and over into Officer Yandel's face.
I will say, I
while she
prefer
screams.
I do prefer the first one.
Oh yeah.
At least from a fight scene perspective, I didn't wince at any of the fights in the second one, but I winced a lot in the fights in the first one.
The second one I find is like a lot more brutal. It's just the ending of the first one that's like that fight in the mud is like super great. It's like zombie Superman versus versus Batman in a mud fight would be super dope.
Yeah.
And it's like that would be a better second movie. Like if that was the first movie, I would be like, oh yeah, awesome, great. It's like just as good.
There exists the deluxe edition, which is both edited together. I don't think that would be as good.
Mm-hmm. It really isn't.
Because it's not really meant. It's not filmed and written to be one long movie. Each film has a rising. Each film has a rising action, climax, and falling action.
And the second, second part's middle, beginning,
the second one has 2 climaxes.
End. Yeah, but they're more epic in the second.
The Joker fight is a climax, and the Superman fight is a climax.
They're also, I find, having a lot more fun with the second one. For God's sake, they got in a random Nazi chick named Bruno. It's like they managed to squeeze that in.
In the book.
Yeah, it's like they managed to squeeze that in though. And it's like, yeah, it's like having a lot more fun with the second one. It's like they could have thrown it in the first one, but no, they chose the second one to put that in. It was just a lot more freeing.
If they ever did this live action, I would want Ron Perlman as Batman.
Oh, that would be really good.
And Joaquin Phoenix as Joker. I think his Joker would work in The Dark Knight Returns.
Well, yeah, it's basically the same kind, but it's just to different levels.
Him showing up on Murray is that's a Dark Knight Returns reference. With the Joker going on a talk show and killing the talk show host.
Yeah, exactly. It's the exact same thing, but the style of Joker is also kind of the same style of Joker. It's just civilization, society is my mask, shit like that, you know? It's that kind of Joker. But anyways, we've been talking about this for a really long time.
But I have one last thing to say about the Joker in this one.
Uh-huh.
The thing I think that, aside from his just general demeanor, that makes him the scariest Joker for me, is he has no plan. He's not, putting... Like in Batman 1989, using Smilex gas and makeup products to make people die smiling. He's not poisoning fish. He's not poisoning He's not poisoning Gotham. He's not trying to show the world that they're all like him. No, he's just killing people.
Yeah.
He has no master plan in this one. He just is killing.
That's the simplest way. It's the simplest way to do Joker, is just have him be a homicidal maniac, doing things for the sheer chaotic thrill of it, and that's it, you know?
But what I really...
It's like, it doesn't have to be brain surgery. But Dark Knight was good.
It's not like this is the animated Batman, like the 1990s cartoon Batman. It's not the Christian Bale, it's not the Chris Nolan Batman, it's not the Tim Burton Batman doing this. This is supposed to be...
cartoon Joker.
The Silver Age Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This
is the same
Bob
Joker
Kane's
we
Batman.
saw gassing people. Yeah,
this is the
same
same
people.
Joker who talked about pulling the biggest boner back in the 60s.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the same Joker doing this, and that's what makes it so much darker.
Who knows what happened to Harley at this point, but whatever.
There was no Harley yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Harley
but
was
it's like, where does she
created
fit in?
No,
Yeah, but it's like, where does she fit in?
Probably 6 feet under, knowing the Joker.
Maybe.
Anyway, I've been Mark D'Amato.
And I've been the weird Cape Defecator, Gio.
And next week, we have a movie about a slasher killing people in a grocery store.
Woot.
Prices are not the only thing that will be slashed next week. So, until
Gordon's
then,
gonna shoot them.
bye.
Bye.